Hello, everybody. Spider here, coming soon podcast, of course, coming to you once again, San Antonio, Texas. This time, I'm actually being joined by another local here in Texas, of course, Joe Rios. How are you doing, bro?
Pretty great, man. How are yourself?
Man, I rushed. Well, and it was my fault. I leave work casually. I don't speed. I don't go over the speed limit. I got caught in traffic, man. And but yeah, how's your day going so far, bro?
It's pretty chill. It's pretty chill. Yeah, just waiting for next week, getting prepared for all that stuff. So
No, no, for sure, man. We're gonna get to it, man. I mean, of course, you have a movie screening that's gonna be coming out. It's gonna be showing out there in Edinburgh, Texas, which
yes,
is where you're at right now.
correct.
Now, I'm curious, man. I mean, when it comes to, I always kind of, and I changed mine just recently, just because I'm actually trying to push one more than the other. But when it comes to a description, I have you as a director, writer, actor. Of course, I mean, 100 other things I'm sure you're doing, but which
Mhm.
would you pick first, bro? I mean, what do you want to be described as first when it comes to an introduction?
I think I liked both the writer and the director. I think both of them combined. Director more, I think. Well, I'm the one that pretty much does everything: organizes, writes, directs, edits. So I pretty much do the whole shebang. I do have a friend of mine who also helps out with refining the work. His name is Juan Mori, and I want to give a huge shout out to him. He does a lot of work for me. So yeah, I mean, director, basically.
Okay, okay. And now, when you first started, as far as the whole film scene, man, I mean, what was it that you jumped on first? Was it acting?
Yeah, it was acting at school. I did plays at school, and I just started doing short films in my college days. And then I just stopped. I became like a family guy, family man. And then, I got I wouldn't say I got bored, but I wanted to go back into the filmmaking stuff. So I went back into it. I wanted to take it more seriously, and that's when we did a movie called Eggnog, Sugar Cookies, and Misery, and it's already available on Amazon Prime and Roku and all those platforms and stuff. So
Okay, man. And I mean, for that film, was that your first feature?
I mean, I would consider it my first feature, yeah, that I did take seriously. Where we were like, hey, let's get on the ball and just like like get this one out there. If I were to go back into my first short film, I think the first one that I would say would be this one called and it's probably somewhere on YouTube. Basketball Massacre, which I think won like best horror short back in the day, But
Oh, damn! Never heard of that, man. I'm gonna have to look that
yeah,
up. Is that on YouTube?
yeah, it's on YouTube. You don't have to.
Now,
It's pretty bad. So I don't know. I
Well,
mean,
you,
I
you
wouldn't.
see, but that's true, man. But I mean, I guess for myself, I mean, because even now, there's things that I've done, and I look back and I cringe because I'm like, damn, But it just kind of shows where we're at now. I mean, the evolution. I mean, of course, we're still learning, and
Mhm.
I'm sure you're still learning every day. When it
Yeah,
comes to new technique, new setups, new everything. But I'll still check it out though, bro. I got to
um,
see it. Basketball Massacre, man. I like
yeah,
the sound of that, man.
basketball mask. Yeah, yeah.
Let me ask you this. I mean, since we're on that subject, bro. I mean, sports, man. Were you involved in sports growing up?
I was not. No, I was never a physical guy. Well, actually, I was considered like one of the fastest runners in my school. I would always get like first or second place.
Dang.
It was always this one guy that would beat me, but like me and him were always at tied for like one or two and stuff like that. Like I would either get the
Okay,
first
okay.
place or the second place.
Man, I gotta ask you, bro. Were you like me? Were you like the last one that they pick on the team, or what, bro? Because I was always like, they always pick me last, bro. I ain't gonna lie, dude.
Yeah, like I mean, I wasn't so much of a physical guy. I mean, I think I would be picked last, one of the last guys. Yeah, yeah, because I wouldn't really put too much effort into the sports. I mean, now I really love sports. I love watching sports.
No,
Um,
yeah. For
so
for
if I
me,
had the chance, I would play basketball right now. I think I would, probably play some basketball here and there.
sweet, bro. No, yeah. I mean, for me, I used to skateboard. I've been skateboarding since elementary, man. I mean, I'm 51 now, so I mean, it's just that was what I wanted to do. I didn't want to play sports. Every time they'd ask me to play baseball or basketball, I was like, I didn't want to, man. I wasn't. It didn't intrigue me. Like I wasn't like, oh man, I want to learn. Like I knew the game and I knew the rules, but I was like, man, I wanted to skateboard, and
Skateboard, yeah,
that's it, bro. I'm still doing it, man. I still
that's
I still
cool.
don't play sports, bro.
Oh man, skateboarding. I used to skateboard actually.
Okay,
I
cool.
was skateboard to work back
Oh,
back in
nice.
back in the day. Yeah.
Bro, you see that's one thing even now. Like I was, I was telling a buddy of mine, man. I was like, dude, if I could ride a bike to work, I would. I mean, just to get away from having to drive my car, but I don't, you know, the the
Yeah,
ride to work would
it's
suck because we got a
yeah.
lot of hills and
Sometimes
stuff. But
nowadays we need it, because I'm getting older, so
yeah.
I have to go outside and get some sun and do
Oh
some
yeah.
leg work.
No, yeah, it's like they say, man. You don't use it, you lose it, man. I mean, when it comes to balance, when it comes to anything, and like even now, I just recently, just again, like a couple of months back, started getting back on the grind because I was like, man, like I wasn't motivated to do a lot, but I started jumping into the whole film thing, and it just kind of, I was like, you know what, I got to do this. I got to get back in shape. I used to compete. I used to teach jujitsu back in the day, and it
Nice.
just made sense, bro. So I was like, you know what, man, let me, if not for myself, for my health, I mean, of course,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's pretty cool, man. And no, I was just curious about the whole game thing because I was thinking Basketball Massacre, man. You must have really been upset that they didn't pick you. You just decided to make a movie about that, man. I'm
Yeah,
joking,
yeah.
I'm joking.
It was all that rage, bottled up rage.
Yeah,
No,
my
I
man.
think that one was like a horror comedy. I was just me, with my sense of humor. I think with with all my films, I put in my trademark sense of humor in there, where it's very like dark humor, dark comedy stuff. I think people know me enough to well enough to know that, like, oh yeah, this guy, he comes up with some really, like, he has jokes. So yeah.
No, yeah, man. I'm that guy, bro. Like even my kids, the other day, my oldest turned 25, and I forgot what I had said, and she was out like that. I still can't tell if you're joking or not, and I'm like, yeah, I'm joking, but I just have that face, man. But yeah, bro. But of course, when it comes to Edinburgh, man, I mean the film scene, I mean, obviously you've been in it for a minute, man. I mean, has it changed? If so, I mean, has it gotten changed for the best? I mean, what's going on? How's the scene out there?
I believe it's pretty cool. It's growing. There's a lot of filmmakers here, that I know of, that are producing work, that are having them go to Amazon as well, and I think some of them are going to like festivals and stuff like that, and trying to get big name actors, that can come out in their films. We're also trying to do the same thing for next year, to get a big name actor for one of our films. So hopefully that works out. But yeah, I mean, it's just all about just not quitting, not stopping, and just keep on doing it. Don't give up. There's times where I wanted to give up. So many times. I thought to myself, man, like, you know, is it got there. Where I was just like,
Yeah.
oh man, like, I don't know, man. I think I should just like not do this anymore. Um,
No,
yeah,
and I
because
was
I've
gonna,
been 2 years. I've been doing it straight for 2 years, and it's like I think I've already made like one, two, three, four, five projects already within
damn.
the span of 2 years. So at some points I would go, man, I want to quit. That's it. I don't want to do this. But no, I bust up the energy to to say no, and I just keep on doing it because it's who I am. I believe that I've earned it, I guess. So
No, for sure, man. And I was gonna say too, I mean, especially for you guys when it comes to directing and spearheading these projects, man. I mean, you guys, the term wearing a lot of hats always gets thrown around, and it's true because you guys do a lot, so it's like
yeah,
overwhelming, and of course with life and work and family, and I mean, not to say that's a burden, but it's just like you're like, okay, you know what, I can't put this over my family. I mean, of course you're
yeah,
a parent, you have kids, and it's like, I'm kind of the same way myself, man. I mean, it wasn't until like recent, my youngest actually moved out of the house, and I was like, okay, like you said, I mean, I was just like, man, I got to find something to do. Like, I was her
yeah,
Uber driver for a while, and so now that she was like, hey, Dad, I'm okay, I'm gonna do this, and I'm like, okay. I was like, cool, man. Like, I just decided, I was like, well, I'm gonna do something, I don't want to be just home and not doing anything. So,
yeah, yeah.
but that's cool though, man. And of course, where does this come from, bro? I mean, do you have family members that are like in film? I mean, actors, writers, directors themselves?
No, no, not at all. I think it was just growing up. I really loved the joy of watching movies. Every Friday night, my dad would take me to the video store, the rental store. So that was like a reward, and I would always like rent the same thing, like Child's Play, or uh, RoboCop, Terminator. So those are my movies. Even as a
Yeah.
kid, my parents would let me watch them and stuff. So for me, it's always been a reward. And then going to the movies itself, the very first film that I actually saw when I was the very first movie I saw in the theater was actually Child's Play 2, which
Oh
is the
wow.
Chucky 2. And that I remember, well, of course, it's gonna, you know, stay in there because of the trauma of like watching something so big. So I've always loved going to the movies. So to me, it's always about creating stories and you know giving that same entertainment value to the people. And I like it's like what they say, like they don't make films like they used to.
Yeah.
You see movies now, and I honestly think a lot of movies, it's just repeated sequels and whatnot. I think the way movies are made right now, they kind of suck.
No, yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm
I
trying
mean,
to, put some magic back into, what I would watch, like something to move you, because I think movies have the power to move you. So
yeah. No, it's true, man. I mean, it's, I mean, when it comes to watching films, I mean, I like the storyline. I like the build up. I like the suspense. I mean, of course, I'm a big horror
mm,
fan. So, but I mean, I watch everything. I love comedy. So
yeah.
if I watch a film, I mean, I want to something that's gonna intrigue me. I get bored easily. I mean, if I start watching something and it's not good, I'm like, damn. Like it's
Yeah.
just I'll sit through it. I'll sit through it and watch it and just kind of okay, well, it wasn't for me, but I mean, I definitely want a storyline. It's gotta
Oh
have
yeah.
something.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think I already watched like the best movie so far this year for me. I don't know.
Oh, which one, bro?
Well, there's three that I watched this year that I thought were really great. One Battle After Another with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Eddington with Joaquin Phoenix.
I haven't seen
And
that one.
yeah, that one was great. I actually saw it's on HBO Max, and that one was pretty great. Um, and what's the other one? Weapons.
Yeah,
It's the horror movie that came
that was
out.
that was good, man. That one, I watched it the second time, and of course, the first time I saw it, left a big impression on me, man. I
Yeah.
was impressed, and but it was good though. I mean, yeah, there's been a few out there that I've seen that are pretty cool. I try to keep up with the indie world.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of indie films too that I just throw on and just watch. I mean, it's like you said. I mean, you guys make them, for people to enjoy. So yeah, we want to check it out and see what we get out of them, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And as far as your crew, man, when it comes to casting crew, I mean, you pretty much using like the same people? Do you have a circle that you pretty much rely on?
I do, kind of. I always try to bring new people in. It just really just depends on the attitudes that they bring. Honestly, I really uh, look into how they act and how they are with you, how they communicate with you, because you don't want drama on set. Um, I do work with the same people because they're cool to work with. I can trust them.
Yeah.
I won't have to, as they say, batallar. You know what I mean? Like but yeah, I do work with the same people over and over again because they're great people to work with. Yeah.
No, no, for sure, man. And I always tell people that. I mean, when it came to me jumping on projects, especially here locally in San Antonio, man, it's like everybody kind of kept everything on the low, like nobody really, which is it's like a pro and con because that at one point you don't want your projects out there, you don't want people to know until they're ready, or but at the same time it's like nothing gets promoted till it gets ready. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, well, you know, like I
Mhm.
said, I mean, it just depends on who's working on them. But yeah, dude, I've noticed right at the bat, like I mean, pretty much everybody already had their circle. And that's one of the things that first thing that I had to learn was like, okay, well, you know what? They have the same people because they can rely on them. They know what they bring to the table, easy to work with, whatever the case may be. But
Mhm.
that's how I had to like befriend a lot of people to get in those circles, bro.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I meet new people all the time with each production. People that want to be involved and that are excited. I like to work with people that are excited to come on set. Those are the types of people that I like to work with. But yeah, I mean, when you're new, I mean, the best thing, honestly, you can do is just reach out to that person and just say, "Hey, I'm interested in working with you," or is there something that I can do, acting, or if you want me to be on set helping you out, because that honestly does open doors, and it also lets everybody else know that you're you're interested and you want to be there. So that to me is also something that I do look for as far as like, okay, because I always give everybody a chance whenever somebody messages me saying, hey, I want my kid to come out in your movie, or I want to be involved in your films. I give them a chance.
Yeah.
I have them do something. I write a role for them in there. I tell them, hey, you're gonna do this, you're gonna say that, and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's just the way I am. Like I always give everybody a chance, but I think the other thing is that like the attitudes, that, like if you're gonna be demanding and be negative and stuff,
Yeah.
that's where I kind of like, okay, no, you know what, like, just it's not gonna work out. So
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, and that's the thing too, bro. Because I mean, for the most part, we're all adults. I mean, there's something that doesn't click, or you already know right off the bat. I mean, why let it, ruin everything else, right? I mean, the attitude, of course. I jump on a lot of projects, man, and I'm grateful because I do get those opportunities. But the one thing that and you mentioned it earlier, man, it's like when I go on set, and even if it's people I don't know, like I always like, hey, how's it going? I have a podcast, so I'm talking, I ask questions,
mhm.
but I'm just trying to get comfortable around people, because if we get on there and it's time to go, then I want to be comfortable knowing, hey, I talked to that guy, I talked to this person, like, build a little bit of fast pace, energy, man. But
Yeah.
I notice, a lot of times people get there and they're just like dragging ass, bro. And I'm like, damn, did you want to be here, bro? Like, I mean, did you want to be here? Like, what, community
Yeah.
service or what, bro? Like, but it's just true, man. I see it and I'm thinking, like, man, why even show up, man? Like, they're just make it ugly for everybody, And I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
who knows? But yeah, bro. And that's I was gonna ask you about that too, because I was gonna see if you had any tips as far as for people that are watching, because that's one of the things I want you to start putting out there, like when I bring you guys on, just to kind of get a little do's and don'ts, like,
Okay.
so tell me, like, what would be like two don'ts that you would tell people not to do on set?
Hmm. um, don't be late, because it's not just my time; it's everybody else's time.
Yeah,
Another don't is don't tell another person what to do.
nice.
It kind of stay in your lane type of deal where if somebody else tries to direct, it kind of steers my mind into another direction and stuff like that. So those are two things. Don't be late, and kind of stay in your lane. Hey, this is what you're here for. This is what you're gonna do. Don't overstep that. So
Yeah. No, those are actually pretty damn good, man. I mean, I would agree. I mean, there's a lot of we were on an episode a while back, and like one of the ladies, I guess she was a DP, and she was like, hey, she knew one of the DPs that was actually on set. So like the whole time we're working, like she's like telling us what to do, and we're like, man, your background, bro. Like, I'm like, you might be a DP, but come on,
yeah,
man. Like, I mean, but she was bossing everybody around, and I was just nobody paid attention to her, but it was just like, what, they already got a DP, man. Like, chill out, like, let's just knock this out and get it done. But yeah, and I mean, I like that one because yes, I've seen that out there, in the wild when working, and
hmm
the other one as well. Don't be late. It's like the one of the biggest things they use is hurry up and wait.
yeah,
You gotta be call time. You gotta be there in call time, and just wait till everything. They tell you what to do and where to go, and that's it, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it's
Sweet,
those
bro.
two things I think are very very important. And also, as far as like also, if you need to bring something, bring it,
Yeah.
because then you're gonna have issues. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, well, we have to run to the store now and get this item or get that.
Oh, yeah. Because even now, like, I always take like, three shirts every time I go somewhere. I'm like, you know what, long sleeve, short sleeve, button up, like whatever they want me to wear, I'll throw it on. But yeah, man, definitely, be camera ready. I know they always tell us that, when it comes to like hair and makeup, show up and be ready to go, man. I mean, I
hmm
don't need makeup, but fix my hair a little bit.
Oh
And bro,
yeah.
let me ask you, bro, for
Yes.
this film that you guys are going to be screening, man, tell us a little bit about it.
Oh man, this is a passion project of mine. I've been wanting to make it for years. But for me, it was always like the budget. I already knew that the budget was going to be really big, and so when I started doing the Christmas movie, the eggnog one, that's the first one that I made. Um, I in the middle of it, I was like, you know what? let me get some money and let me make this movie that I want to do. And it's basically about a girl that has bipolar disorder, and she gets into a really bad situation due to her manic episode. And in the midst of it, she has a little bunny that's named Benny. That's a figment of her imagination. So in her mind, she she sees like a man dressed in a bunny suit, but it's actually a little plush bunny that she's holding around, carrying with her. And they get into some trouble, and then they get mixed up with the wrong people, and then those bad people come and try to, well, it turns into like a little I don't know what you call it, like an action comedy kind of deal. So
Right. And of course, the name of it.
manic, yeah.
And I like the name. I think it reminds me of back in the day they used to use a hair dye called Manic something, But I
Mhm.
saw the name and I said, okay, I saw that it was a comedy. Of course, like I mentioned earlier, I do love comedy films.
Yeah, yeah.
On this one, I mean, what is it based off of? I mean, is this something that you heard, something that you read? Did you dream this, or how did this come about?
Well, I myself have bipolar disorder, so this is very personal. It's a personal project for me.
Oh, okay.
And then a lot of people, not a lot of people, right? But people have asked me, like, hey, where was this inspired from? And it's a good question. I don't know. I mean, it was just, I just like the idea of like a girl that sees a man dressed in a bunny suit fighting crime, or getting into trouble and stuff like that. If I were to describe the film, I think I would say it's like if Quentin Tarantino directed a Looney Tunes cartoon. I think that's the best way that I can describe the movie. So
No, no. I mean, it's definitely different. I mean,
Mhm.
for the most part, you could have, she could have just been, something. I don't want to say more feminine, but she could have been just a girl. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many
Yeah.
different things but the fact that this is her. I don't even know, and I'm not gonna lie. I mean, when it comes to what she's going to be or she is going through in the film, I mean, what are those side effects? I mean, are you thinking, okay, this is just like episodes she's having, medication? I mean, what's the what is causing this other than just the illness?
It's the fact that when you're bipolar and everything is going wrong for you, it's 10 times more affect. You're more 10 times more affected by that.
Oh, okay, okay.
So for me, like whenever things are going really bad, well, for me, like it's 10 times plus that,
Oh,
and
wow.
sometimes the
Okay.
emotions get really haywire and stuff like that. So um, some stuff happens in the film that like uh, uh, intertwine with what's going on, and that's pretty much how the story develops. You know where she well, I don't want to give too much away, right?
Oh,
But
yes, yes.
something happens in the film, and then it escalates into something, So
Oh, okay, okay. And I was gonna say too, man, because I mean, one of the things, and I always tell people, when it comes to the podcast, I mean, this is basically my therapy, man. Like, I love talking. I love talking about what's going on, what happened, because as men, and I talked to my buddy about this last night. Like, we don't do that. So people go fishing for the weekend. People go and do what men do, but it's like
yeah.
it's kind of rare that somebody's like, hey, you know what? Like, from man to man, it's like for somebody to tell you, you know what? I'm proud of you, man. Like,
Mhm.
I've never heard that like from another man. Like, it's just like, wow. Like, what? It's just unheard of, man. I heard it from my buddy the other day, which kind of like made me feel great, because I'm like, well, damn, we need that every once in a while, I mean, it's like
Yeah.
we're supposed to be the protectors, and which we are, I mean, it's just, but at the same time, like, we got our soft sides, man. It's just I'm
Mhm.
home and chilling, watching TV, and it's like I want to be able to know and feel that, what. I mean, for the most part, I got feelings, right? I mean, I do care, but
Yeah.
it's just, but it's just the way we grew up. I'm actually writing something myself, and it's personal, like you said, dude. I mean, with this one being personal with you, and for me, it's basically having to do with growing up Chicano, man. Like here, like my dad, like he never told us he loved us. It's just we knew, but
Mhm.
back when, like I said, I'm 51, bro. So it wasn't like he's going around telling everybody he loved them. When when he had grandkids, he did, and we, it's like one of those, like, damn, like, hey, dad, what's up, but yeah, man, but it just has something to do with that because it's like, you know what, man, like I have two kids, and I tell my oldest, like I said, turned 25, and I tell them I love them
Mhm.
every day, man. I was like, I don't want them to go one day without hearing it or knowing it,
Yeah, yeah.
but yes, that's good, man. I mean, the fact that you're getting this out there, and you kind of giving people a little limelight as far as what it is, you might be going have gone through, or maybe even
Yeah.
other people that but I can see that, bro. Like I do, I'm one of those, like, I'll let everything build up to like crash, and then I just boom. Okay, and the next day I'm like, yeah, I gotta rebuild myself. I don't do that often, but it's happened, and I'm like, you know what, man, I gotta crash and burn before I can start um,
Mhm.
feeling better. I don't know how the mind works or how, but depression, man, it's real and it's out there, bro.
Oh yeah. No, we just have our different ways of handling it. Um, it's just that get it out in the most healthiest way that you can. I would say the film is also an advocate for not just bipolar disorder but mental illness. So the movie I think has a very strong message, and that's what I was trying to kind of go across with it when I was making it, to make sure that I treated the illness, or treated the
Yeah,
disability with a lot of respect, because I think whenever I do show the trailer to people, I've shown the trailer to friends and stuff, and some of them cry. It's really like wow, like it spoke to me.
yeah,
Like I feel like I'm going through that. So I'm glad that people are responding to it that way. So hopefully when people watch the film, they can not just be entertained but also be moved and
yeah.
cry and laugh and be in shock, and the whole movie's like a roller coaster ride of emotions. So I hope that when people watch it next week, if you do go next week to the screening, that you can have a blast with it, because it really is a I think it's a great film. Now, I'm not just saying it because I'm the director. I mean, I'll admit when something is not as great as it should be, but I think this project, this dream project, passion project of mine, I think it took a lot of years for a reason. So
No, 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 for sure, man. And I'm sure, like you said, I mean, this was personal. So yeah, you cannot not feel nothing. I mean, it spoke to you, and I'm sure it's gonna speak to other people. That's one of the things I always tell people, like when I go watch a film or anybody, it's like, you know what, you're gonna get out of it however you're feeling that day. That's what you're gonna get out of it, man. Like if you're upset, and you know what I mean, like those emotions come out. It is an art form. That's one thing I love about art. Whether you're a musician, a painter, a filmmaker, like you express yourself doing this. So
mhm.
and I think that for me, honestly, man, I think there's people out there that make movies just to make them, and I get it. Hey, let's make this. Okay, cool. But when it's a film that's actually from the heart, and like it's like, hey, you know what? Like I've dealt with this, or I have somebody that's going through this. Those are the ones that I'm like, damn. And after I'm done watching it, like I always tell people it's allergies because I don't cry, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But those are the ones that you're like, wow, man. Like you know what? Like it makes you think because it's like you know, uh, like my mom, she passed away on me last year, man. And
Oh
like I
no.
always tell people it's tough because it's like, you know what? Like, I mean, for me, she's the strongest person I knew. She was my superhero growing up, man. And it's like to watch it end, it's like, wow, like, you know what? Like that's the cycle of life. But while I'm here, I want to do things, I want to jump on projects, and I want to be able to talk to people like yourself, bro. Get these stories out there, and promote them as much as I can.
Oh, thank you, and it's great what you're doing, man. And I'm very sorry to hear about your mom as well. And uh, same thing with situations with me as well. Personally, it's like you said. I mean, we're still here. We just have to be make the best of it.
Oh yeah.
Um, each day is a blessing. So just conquer it and just do the best that you can.
No, no, for sure, man. And yeah, yeah, and that's one thing I always tell people, man. Like, I'm not big with holidays, bro. Like, I've never been. Like, with my kids, I always did because they were kids, and I'm like, you know what? I wanted them to have a Christmas. I wanted them to have, experience that. But for me personally, I'm just like, man, I want to wake up every day, and every day I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do today, man? Like, that's the
Mhm.
way I'm waking up now. I want to wake up with something to do, something to look forward to, man. Because it's like, I mean there's days like few years where it's like Groundhog's Day, bro. Like the movie, it's like every day's the same, and it's like, man, I have to change that. I go to work and
Mhm.
I do everything different. I do different projects. I'm doing different things because it's like I don't want to plateau, man. I don't want to just be that guy where it's like I can't tell one day from the next, like but that's me, But of course, like I said, the directors, filmmakers like yourself that invite me on projects, and I'm able to go out there and put a little something on it, even if I'm background, dude. I don't mind. It's like I just love being a part of it. I
Mhm.
will say this. Earlier, you were talking about people that wanted to get involved and for them to message you guys and kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
ask to jump along, because that's kind of what I did. I started doing BTS. I'm not a professional photographer, but I love taking photos. um
Mhm.
I started doing BTS, man, like, hey, would you mind take some shots? And it was kind of one of those things where they saw me around so much, they were like, man, let's give this guy something to do, man, like. And
Yeah.
so it worked out, and here I am, and I still love doing BTS though, bro. They might get upset because I'm taking pictures, but
That's cool.
like, I don't see anybody else doing it, and I'm like, hey, take a picture, bro. Come on. But
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
cool,
they'll
man.
appreciate it because you can send it to them and be like, hey, I took these pictures. You can use them if you want. You don't have to, but just
Yeah.
something to hold on to.
No, no, for sure, man. I still cover combat sports, man. I mean, I've been real big when it comes to doing video, photo, and that's one of the things I used to love, catching those moments where after the fight, I'd send them to the fighters, them warming up in the back, getting their hands wrapped, whatever the case, and they're like, "Damn, dude, like I didn't know you were taking photos of this," and good
Mhm.
stuff, man. Like, for me, it's always like I had a few that reached out after they fought. They made their debut, and they were like, "Hey, bro, I just wanted to try it. I'm not, but I don't have any. Can you send me some photos?" And I'm
Mhm.
like, "Heck yeah, dude! Like, I've made banners for fighters, just even if they lost, bro. But it's just like something that they can take with them, because it's like I tell people when I used to compete, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, pictures." I'm like, "Man, we didn't take pictures, bro. Like back then, nobody was doing anything, man. We didn't videotape. It was just." And that's kind of like when I started getting into like sports. I wanted to be that guy. I wanted to be able to capture these moments and you know give them to
Mhm.
everybody, man. But yeah, bro. I mean, let me ask you this: when it comes to filmmaking, bro. I mean, art. We talked about it being an art form. Do you play any instruments? Are you a musician? Any magic tricks? What can you do, bro?
I used to play the violin
Oh,
and I
no.
used to play the French horn back in the day. Not anymore. I mean, I would still love to. I wish I can get back to the violin. That was actually one instrument that I
Yeah.
really loved playing. It was very relaxing, very cathartic, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
But as instruments now, I don't. It was just all back then that I would play those.
Man, and of all instruments, do why a violin? I mean, that's cool, but I'm just
Yeah.
curious. Like, that's wild.
So what happened was I had signed up for guitar lessons and it was kind of forced on us because the guitar lessons were kind of booked, so they were like, well, we have the violin, so I was like, all right, cool, so I started doing the violin, and
That's
I
cool,
started,
though.
I did it for 2 years, and yeah, instead of learning to play the guitar, I learned how to play the violin, so it was just more forced on us, so
No, but that's cool though, man, because
yeah.
it's like one of those, like my oldest when she was little, like she wanted to play guitar, and I got her a banjo, not a banjo, I got her a ukulele because I was like, well, you know what, just and man, she rocked it, dude. Like she never played guitar, but she used to be able to bang the hell out of that ukulele, man.
Oh man.
So but that's cool though, man. I mean, the fact that you were able to actually even experience that's pretty cool, man. Heck yeah.
I think if I already told myself that hopefully next year I can buy myself a drum set and just learn to play some drums.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I want to do that for next year.
Nice, man. And of course, I mean, is this gonna be just for you to like release stress, or are you thinking about starting a band or what?
Oh, I no, I want to learn and hopefully maybe later if I'm fast enough, then maybe get like, hey, I'm a drummer, little.
Nice, dude. Heck yeah, bro. I mean,
So
why not, man?
we'll see.
I used to do I had a zine back in the '90s. I used to interview musicians, man, like punk rock, and all
Mhm.
these going through Texas, man. I used to follow them, go to Dallas, but I always used to interview. I always used to do like profiles on the drummers, bro, and I always felt like they were like the backbone of the. I mean, they're in the back, of course, but it's like they never got any recognition because they're always in the back. Nobody could see them, and I was just like, you know what, man. So I used to do that, and they appreciated it because they were like, bro, nobody ever interviews me, man. Like it's always a singer, and which is makes sense. But I was just like, you know what, man. Let me. I love like the whole underdog. They're in the back. Nobody pays attention to these guys, man. But I gave them that. That was pretty cool,
Uh,
man. And of course, this film. I mean, I know there's an Eventbrite ticket link that they can purchase.
Yes, it's through Eventbrite. I can send you the link after the show. It's going to premiere at the Edinburgh Municipal Auditorium. Showing's going to start at 7:30. Doors open at 6:30. There will be popcorn and drinks for sale. The tickets right now are going at around $10. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to go right now.
Well, it's okay. No problem.
Yeah, but it was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you very much. But I, I have to go. Sorry
No,
about
no,
that.
not a problem, brother. We'll talk soon, though, man. I mean, I wish you guys the best of luck, and hopefully everything goes great, bro.
All right, thank you, man. You take
All right.
care.
All right, have a good one, brother.
You too. Bye bye.
There you go, guys. Thank you, of course, Joe Rios, for jumping on. For those that are going to be out there in Edinburgh, South Texas, make sure to make it out. Support indie films, filmmakers, casting crew. You know, we do what we do. We appreciate everybody. So, of course, once again, Spider here. Coming soon podcast. As always, till next time.